You also said that, you as a person are different than what your dreams are and all the outwardly things. In fact, very recently in an interview post an audition, I was sitting with the director, and he's known to be a very strict, very good director, and I was nervous. And he asked me this same question, saying, "Who is Ruhi?" So I started answering, saying, I'm Ruhi, and I'm like, "Who are you?" I'm from so and so, and like, no, I don't want to know all that. I want to know, who are you? I wasn't able to answer that question. So who am I, or who are you? Like, what makes us us, if not for our dreams and our values, or like, who are we?
So usually, who am I has two answers. One answer is an accumulation of everything that you've lived in your life. Which means you went to a certain school, you were born to certain parents, you were from a certain class of society. You could be born in a rich family or a poor family, what caste you were born in, what religion you were born in. So one answer is, who am I? Ka answer is, this is who I am because this has been my life. But that has been our life. It's not us. So what I'm trying to say is that life circumstances don't define who we are. Yes, they define us in a very worldly way, because whatever experiences we gain from those experiences, we can take it forward and do something in life. In that way, it can define us, but not absolutely.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Because all of these things are usually coming from outside. Okay. Right? So it's very difficult to somehow say that this is this person, because what we call is this person is actually just their conditioning, is actually just their life circumstances. And the other answer to who am I is, which is a very lack of a better word, a very spiritual answer. Who we are actually just that consciousness that is inside of us. And this consciousness is there in all of us. It's in you also, in me also, in everybody on this planet, even in plants, even in animals. Yeah. And it's not only that it's the consciousness, it's also the same consciousness. There are a lot of sayings that talk about that, like all in one, one in all, or that one super consciousness that is pervading in everybody, or God is in all of us. Now there are many ways of, people have tried to say it in many ways. But the reason I'm saying consciousness is because once you tap into it, once you start connecting with your consciousness and start functioning from that space instead of functioning from your mind, which is what all of us do. And the mind, unfortunately, is very limited. So there is the mind, which is this tiny thing inside. And right now I'm in Andheri, and outside Andheri there's Bombay, outside Bombay there's Maharashtra, outside there's India, then there is the Earth, outside Earth there's solar system, outside that there is
Galaxy.
a Milky Way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Milky Way galaxy.
Universe. Yeah.
So the consciousness, again, it's very strange when you say it like this, but it is kind of all pervading. It is kind of there in every aspect of the universe. And once we start connecting with that, we start going beyond the limitations of the mind. So who am I is, so it's this consciousness is colorless. It doesn't have any identity, and it is, the best way to define it is that it is nothing. And because it is nothing, it is also everything. So what is nothing is also everything. That's the beauty of it. And it sounds very abstract when I'm talking to you right now about it. But once you start experiencing this, once you start experiencing becoming a witness, once you start experiencing staying with the breath and the kind of love and joy and a peace that it brings to you inside, that is when you start slowly connecting and understanding what consciousness is. Because there is no point talking about it in words, because these are just words, and words cannot define it. It can only give you a semblance or a teaser of what it is. It can't give you exactly what it is.